What is the embarrassing moment that replays in your head as you fall asleep? I had a great day at a water park outdoor pool, and towards the afternoon a woman came up to me and whispered in my ear that I have a problem with my swimsuit. I reached behind and noticed a huge gap. The fabric was torn right in the middle and you could see my white, untanned crack. I was running around like this all day and no one said anything. One time I was at a play. The play was over and I heard a lady said, "Okay, everyone come get a hot dog." So I hurried, got a plate, and stood in line, and when it was my turn I held out my plate. The lady said, "Oh, it's just for the kids in the play." Then I realized as an adult I was standing with a bunch of 10-year-olds. When I was 10 years old I asked a Korean woman if she spoke Chinese, and when she told me she wasn't Chinese I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I can't tell Asian people apart." I meant it as a sincere apology. I am experiencing physical pain from writing that. A friend told me she was pregnant. I meant to say, "I know you've been hoping for this." And instead I said, "I know, I've been watching you." I did not recover well. I publicly asked my second grade teacher if she wanted to have sex with me. I remember even knowing what sex was. I just thought it was NBD as long as an adult was involved. I playfully said, "Oh hey girl," when being introduced to my crush's mom for the first time. She was a 50-year-old woman who I had never met in my life. I lived in a house with apartments. Had a bad morning and went up the stairs to my apartment. Put my key in and it wouldn't work. I banged on the door out of frustration and cried a little, only to realize I'm still one staircase down from my apartment. I'm just happy my neighbors weren't home. Still, I'm embarrassed by it. Opening up to others in hopes of finding acceptance. Yikes. It was today. I'm a female drone pilot. I was filming teenagers doing charity work for a video. Didn't realize something was off with the sensors and crashed into a tree while they were all watching. 400 flights in the wilderness? No problem. Bunch of bro teens watching? Bam, right into a fucking tree. The drone is fine. I, however, will never recover. Mortifying. Shaking the last drops of piss from my dick only to hear the guy standing next to me at the urinal cry out and clutch his eye. I just left. Walking around gym in 6th grade with a giant poop stain in my shorts, XD. When I was in high school I accidentally handed a cashier my birth control instead of my debit card. I think about that sometimes. During a work presentation, I confidently mispronounced a key term throughout the entire meeting. It wasn't until the end, when someone gently corrected me, that I realized I'd been saying it wrong in front of everyone. Now, every time I'm about to fall asleep, my brain loves to replay the moment when my boss' eyebrows first went up. I laughed so hard it projected the biggest and slimiest boogie you've ever seen right on the upper lip of my crush. I'm new to IT and am in critical incident MGMT. I host a daily recap meeting for my whole company where I read the summaries of issues that happened the previous day. I sometimes mispronounce the tech words, like saying the letters of an acronym versus phonetically like it's a word, where others will unmute themselves just to correct my mispronouncing in front of all 300 attendees. I'm constantly beat red in the face, but have to keep moving. Thankfully it's a cameras off meeting. It does make me get flustered for a second and fumble a few more words until I get my rhythm back. All I can do is laugh along with everyone and make fun of myself while slowly dying inside. The team joke, "Let's guess how Daisy will butcher this word today." Where even bets are made if I'll mess up that day or not. It's Equifax, not Aquafax. Daisy, come on. It's all new to me. I've only read these things in my head before, never out loud. Go easy on me. I guess it's how I have to learn it though. I'm getting some real tough skin in this career for sure. The, as in singular? I wish it was one thing. Is that a thing? Poor souls tormented. I was looking at my phone while I walked my dog, so I didn't immediately see I'd begun walking between a long row of benches and a fence. When I looked up, I saw a group of incredibly cool and intimidating looking teenagers hanging out on one of the benches, but it was too late to turn around and go the other way without looking like a huge weirdo. My dog waited until he was literally right in front of them to take the messiest shit of his entire life. All conversation stopped, and I had to endure 10 pairs of eyes silently watching as I tried to scoop was what essentially a gallon of pure liquid shit into a plastic bag. I think about this sometimes and physically cringe. When I confessed to a girl that didn't like me back, when I think of it again, I am like, how in the world could I believed it would work? All of them, every single one of them.